This is Tuesday, the 13th homework. It's in your homework packet. You're doing lesson 4, number 1 and 2, page 10. And be sure to try it yourself before watching this video so that you'll learn. This problem is asking me to solve for x, and first I have to distribute to get rid of these parentheses. Distributing just means to multiply the 3 times the x, and then the 3 times the negative 5. 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times negative 5 is negative 15, and then I drop the equal sign, and I drop the 6. Now I'm trying to get this x by itself, and it has two things with it. It has the negative 15, and it has being multiplied by 3. Always get rid of addition and subtraction first, and use the opposite operation. So the opposite of minus 15 is to add 15. So I'm adding 15 here, notice how I line it up, and I'm adding 15 over here on the other side of the equation. This cancels out because negative 15 and positive 15 is 0, so all I had left was 3x, and 6 plus 15 is equal to 21. I still don't have the x by itself. It's being multiplied by 3 right here. This means 3 times x. The opposite of multiplying is dividing, so I'm dividing by 3 here, and then I have to divide by 3 on the other side. X is 7. Number 2, first I have to distribute. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 2/3 is negative 4/3. And then I drop the equal, and I drop the 0. The opposite of minusing 4/3, always get rid of addition and subtraction first, is to add 4/3. So I add 4/3 here, and I add 4/3 here. That gives me 2x equals 4/3. Now, I made you write on a video a week or so ago that whenever you multiply a number by its reciprocal, you get 1, and that's what I want, because 1 times x is x. So the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. So I'm multiplying 1/2 times 2 here to get 1x or x, and then I have to multiply by a half here. A half of 4/3 is 2/3, or if you wanted to do 1 times 4, that's 4, and 3 times 2, that's 6. But then you have to simplify. If you use mental math, a half of 4/3 is 2/3, and you don't have to simplify because it's already simplified. On number 3, there's no distributing, and there's no combining of like terms, but there is an x on both sides of the equal sign. I chose to get rid of the minus x first, and the opposite of minus x is plus x. So I'm adding x here, and I'm adding x here. This becomes 0, so all I'm bringing down is the 2 and then the equal sign. 4x plus 1x is 5x, and I bring down the negative 5. When I'm looking at this equation, I got to get rid of everything that's with the x. It's being multiplied by 5, and it has a minus 5 with it. The opposite of subtracting 5 is to add 5, so I add 5 to both sides. This cancels out, so all I have left is the 5x. 5 plus 2 is 7. This means 5 times x equals 7. The opposite of multiplying times 5 is to divide by 5. So I divide by 5 here, and I divide by 5 here. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 1 times x is x. 7 divided by 5 is 1 2/5. On the last problem, number 2, it's asking you if this is a no solution problem. Remember, a no solution problem, when you solve it, would come out with something that's a false statement, like 0 equals 5 or negative 2 equals 2. So when I solve it, I have to get the x on just one side. So I'm subtracting 2x here, and I'm subtracting 2x here. 2x minus 2x is nothing, and I'm just left with the negative 1. 5x minus 2x is 3x. This means 3 times x equals negative 1. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. I'm going to divide by 3 here, and I'm going to divide by 3 here, and I'm going to get x equals negative 1/3. That means there is a solution to this, and the solution is negative 1/3. So if I put negative 1/3 here and negative 1/3 here, then both sides of the equation would have the same value. So Diego was wrong because it has one solution. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.